calling this man the devil of Broward County, so you already know what the fuck type of time we finna be on gang. Let's get into it.
If you know anything
Florida
about
shit.
America, then you know Florida is known for being the craziest state in the country. From crazy people to crazy places,
What do you mean by that?
Florida has them all. But there's one place that stands out amongst all.
Hold on.
What do you mean by that?
The craziest? Now I done heard they talk shit about Florida all the time, man. Y'all always do us dirty, bro. Y'all be thrashing them. God, I doing, bro. Y'all don't get a damn Floridians no kind of break, bro. But the craziest over Cali, New York, Texas. I don't know, man. We have to do a poll on that one.
All the violence in Florida, and that's Broward County. The subject of today's video was a major contributor to all the violence. The subject of today's video terrorized Broward County for over 4 years and has some ridiculous charges to show for it. He and his gang were recently indicted for 8 murders and 12 attempted murders. One of the murders include the mother of one of his biggest enemies. The subject of today's video is none other than Liberia Sig, and today we're going to be telling his story. But before we get into the video, please be sure to like and subscribe. Liberia Sig, real name Sigmund Brown, is a gang member / rapper from Hollywood, Florida in Broward County. More specifically, he is from a small neighborhood in Hollywood called Liberia. He's a member of a gang called Grand Mafia, and they're involved in various deadly beefs throughout Broward County. They primarily beef with Zone 10 / Double M from Hollandale Beach, Florida, and the Lauderkill Babies from Lauderhill, Florida. Sig has been involved in the streets since a young age. He has an extensive rap sheet that goes all the way back to his teenage years. He was charged with burglary and grand theft when he was just 18, and he was charged with selling cocaine when he was 21. Years down the line, Sig and his associates would form a group called Grand Mafia, and they would unleash a reign of terror on Broward County, resulting in senseless bloodshed and numerous innocent people getting caught in the crossfire.
It's crazy.
Liberia Sig is charged with up to 9 attempted murders, including the October 2020 attempted murder of the mother of a rival rapper named Psycho Bob. But the first murder Sig and Grand Mafia are charged with is the murder of a Zone 10 member / rapper named Wiz the Wizard. It's rumored that the beef between Grand Mafia and Zone 10 started after Wiz the Wizard allegedly smashed Liberia Sig's baby mama and bragged about it. This led to disses going back and forth on both sides, eventually escalating to violence. On March 19, 2021, the mother of a Grand Mafia member named HNT Trey was shot and killed. The mother, named Misty Hopkins, was killed while standing outside of her place of business. A man named James Hardwick was charged with this murder, and he had direct ties to Wiz. He can be seen standing behind Wiz in one of his music videos. To make things worse, Psycho Bob would taunt Trey about it directly to his face. Sig had nothing but pure hatred for Wiz and Zone 10. He even went as far as desecrating the grave of Wiz the Wizard's deceased brother named Jib.
Fuck nigga don't respect certain names.
Hold on.
Fuck boy. What your brother did. Fuck nigga, you did go dead ass up. And I'm finna piss on your shit, bitch ass nigga.
These incidents would lead to back-to-back shootings on both sides. But things would get worse for Grand Mafia. On September 9, 2021, a Grand Mafia member named 300 was allegedly killed by members of Zone 10. The hate Sig and Grand Mafia had for Zone 10 couldn't be deeper after this, and it's clear that killing Wiz was a top priority for them. About a week after the death of 300, Grand Mafia was able to carry out their goal. On September 17, 2021, Wiz's body was discovered around 6 a.m. Eastern Time in the front of a yard of a Hollandale Beach home. It's believed that he was shot and then his body was transported to the house. People on the internet have claimed that Wiz's body was chopped up, however this has never been confirmed. Wiz was just 24 years old when he died. Sig would go online and celebrate after news of Wiz's death reached the public.
Hey, Scoop! Come on, what's good? Hey, pay that. What's the name? Nah, they gonna go to a apartment shit. Yellow tape and white chalk that homie. See, we bet that boy block. We hit it so mean. See your what this? Get up close, book, blind as eye. Come out. Chopper go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Like the fact, be quiet. It was easy. He liked his ass. He laid out. We stacked that ass.
Commit the crime. Go to social media.
Police have accused HMT Trey of being the one that shot and killed Wiz, and they accuse Sig of helping Trey dispose of the body. Unfortunately, the senseless violence wouldn't stop there.
Of course, Marlo.
Following the death of Wiz the Wizard, Liberia Sig and Grand Mafia would take multiple losses. On December 18, 2021, a Grand Mafia member named Nate, real name Nathan Hillman, was shot and killed. About a year after that, on December 19, 2022, Liberia Sig's cousin, named Janarvis Holton, was shot and killed. No one has been charged for either murder, however, members of Zone 10 would diss both of them and hint at being responsible. Naturally, this would cause Sig and other members of Grand Mafia to want revenge. In the summer of the next year, they would get their payback. On July 15, 2023, a member of Zone 10 named Marlo, real name Wayne Smith, was standing outside of his parked vehicle in the
So these boys caught two bodies back to back in like a short time span. No arrest was made. They got online bragging about the shit, talking about it, making songs, doing all of that. No arrest made, no nothing. That's wild, folks. It seems like they just say fuck it and just let them do whatever they gonna do.
700 block of Foster Road at around 7:15 p.m. when gunmen pulled up and opened fire. Marlo was shot and would ultimately pass away from his injuries at just 31 years old. Prosecutors believe that Sig and another Grand Mafia member named Hatch are the ones allegedly responsible for this murder. Following this incident, the war would get even more heartless and cold-blooded.
Let's sing, bro, before. Dorothy Smart.
One of the people that Sig hated the most was the rapper Psycho Bob. As I mentioned earlier, police believe that Sig made an attempt on the life of Psycho's mom in October of 2020. With that incident and the death of HMT Trey's mom, it's clear that this beef has no limits. All sides have so much hate for each other that they are willing to target each other's innocent family members. Sig's hatred for Psycho Bob would rise to new heights after Psycho claimed to have had intimate relations with Sig's mother. It's unknown if Psycho is telling the truth, but he even went as far as releasing a super disrespectful song called Stepdaddy, in which he claimed to be Sig's new stepfather. Unfortunately,
I ain't gonna lie, they out here taking out people, mama. Y'all know. You already know. You already know. Do your homework on hits.
back and forth killings and the trolling will lead to Sig allegedly making another attempt on the life of Psycho Bob's mother, and this one would sadly be successful. On September 13th, 2023, Psycho Bob's mother, named Dorothy Smart, age 68, was sitting in a van in the driveway of a home in Fort Lauderdale when gunmen pulled up and opened fire. She was struck multiple times and was tragically pronounced dead at the scene. Prosecutors believe that Sig, Trey, and two other Grand Mafia members named Hot
R.I.P. Psycho Bob mom, man. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Y'all had to got the bombs involved in the street shit. That's crazy, dog. That's wild. Y'all be bringing that shit too close to home, dog. Way too close to home.
Broward and Rico are the ones responsible for this senseless murder. Sig would be linked to one more murder before getting locked up.
TJ.
Another person that Sig and Grand Mafia hated with a passion was a Lauder Kill Babies member named Color Money Red. Sig and Grand Mafia are accused of 2 to 3 failed attempts on Red's life that led to 2 innocent women and an innocent 5-year-old girl being shot. One day, Sig thought he saw Color Money Red amongst a group of people and allegedly opened fire with no hesitation, leading to the death of an unintended target. On January 20th, 2024, a Money Gang member named TJ, renamed Terrence Farrington, was walking out of a Best Buy in the area of West Sunrise Boulevard in a group with 3 other people when 2 gunmen walked up to them and started shooting. Paramedics transported all 4 victims to an area hospital where TJ tragically succumbed to his injuries at just 17 years old. Prosecutors believe that Sig was one of the gunmen during this incident, and he shot at the group because he mistakenly believed that one of them was Color Money Red.
Can't even go get an Xbox controller.
Between June and November of 2024, Sig and 7 other members of Grand Mafia were arrested. Prosecutors officially announced on November 13, 2024 that they were charging all of them under the RICO Conspiracy Act on various charges including 8 murders and 12 attempted murders. Detectives began investigating the string of killings after a fingerprint belonging to Sig was uncovered on a car tied to the murder of TJ at a Best Buy. Sig is accused of being the leader of Grand Mafia and the ringleader for most of their criminal activity. Sig and the 7 others charged are facing life in prison if convicted. This is one of the most evil street beefs I've ever seen. These dudes are so consumed by the devil and have lost all morals that they're willing to kill each other's innocent mothers and brag about it. Pray for Broward County. Let me know what you guys.
Pray for Broward, dog. Pray for Florida. Man, it wasn't always like that, but lately, especially over like the last decade or so, areas like Jacksonville, Broward, shit like that, that shit that got real Chicago-like, fam. Like, it's like a war zone. And Central Florida has some shit going on too. Florida got crazy, man. They ain't lying. Florida crazy now, but the craziest state, man, I don't know about that one, dog. The craziest state is wild. We're gonna have to see about that one. We're gonna have to do a poll or something like that and get back on that one. Yeah, I don't know. For me, I don't know. I have to analyze and revisit and actually sit down. I wasn't expecting them to say that, man, but you know what I'm saying. We out, dog.